Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Will.
And we are Working Title!
Woo! I love Game of Thrones, boys.
Yeah, there's no emote we can do for incest. Guys, we are back. This is House of the Dragons.
Just leave.
I'm so uncomfortable now.
That made me mad.
Guys, this is House of the Dragons, Season 1, Episode 5. We Light the Way, I think it's
Yes,
called.
We
We
Light
Light the Way.
Dragons?
Last on, Daemon and Rhaenyra gave in to their carnal, corrupt urges. Then Kristen Cole got some, and then the news leaked out to the world that Daemon is a ick, and the king is not happy about it, threatened his life, and then did a half measure and said, just get out of this town.
And Rhaenyra is now going to marry Corlys' oldest son. I don't remember his name.
So, guys, make sure you leave a like on this video if you've not already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around for more House of the Dragons. Let us know your thoughts on it. We are at the halfway mark, so we want to know your thoughts on how you're feeling. If it honors the book, if you enjoy it as its own standalone piece, check out the Patreon. We got a couple things you can check out over there. You can also just join our Discord, and make sure you support the show. We're gonna punch it. Bow!
Interesting.
Why do I get the feeling that something horrible is about to happen?
I like her armor. What the fuck is this?
Ooh.
Alright, Altair, chill out.
Husband?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's his wife.
What brings you to the Vale?
Why don't you like her?
No, he's missing out.
He's been calling her ugly.
Come to consummate our marriage.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
Why does he
The
look
Vale
like
sheep
that?
might be willing.
Oh,
Why
Oh.
not?
Shit on.
damn.
Our sheep are prettier, after all.
She
Damn.
heard the rumors.
Or perhaps your brother has at last had his fill of your company.
Oh, no. She's dead, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh!
Not good.
Oh, dog.
Bro, why is he standing like that?
I hate he's just so goofy looking right now.
Or he just like put his hand up and got her like killed from a horse.
Did you just paralyze her?
Easily. I think the horse fell on her.
Damn.
Damon's a rat.
I knew you couldn't finish.
Damn.
Oh.
Proven.
A rat with no talent.
Oh my god. With a rock?
This man just does the most unspeakable things.
Every episode.
It just gets worse and
Without
worse.
fail.
It just keeps getting worse.
I can't defend it. I wish I could like him. Is he sick?
He's dying. Oh, he's seasick.
You chose Rhaenyra.
She swore her innocence,
Damn.
and I believe her.
You wanted to believe her, as did her father.
If you had not been so relentless in advancing everyone in air.
The king will die. It may be months or years, but he'll not live to be an old man. And if Rhaenyra succeeds in war, will follow. Do you understand? Bran will not accept her.
I can
And to
already tell
secure
what's
her
about to
throne,
happen.
She'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice.
The manipulator continues.
You know it.
I mean, he's right.
Yeah, he ain't wrong.
Yet you choose not to see it. Either you prepare Aegon to rule, or you cleave to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy.
Yeah. Because these people are cruel, and your son might get whacked.
Yeah.
And her other child, too, that she just had.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot she has 2 kids.
He does not look well.
No.
He's not a happy camper right now.
Wow.
Where's
Where
this?
the fuck are we?
This might be where Corlys lives.
That would make sense.
Okay.
That's cool.
Man.
I love this.
Driftwood stone or throne.
Yeah. Was it Driftwood or Driftmark?
Driftwood. Probably that. Who died?
Kissed my fire.
Kissed by fire, you are.
Lord Lareth.
The manner of your father's departure. I feel something of an injustice.
What do you know of the manner of his leaving?
When one is never invited to speak, one learns instead to
Observe.
observe. You're perhaps in need of an ally,
I'm the Queen. I have no shortage of allies.
naturally. Princess Rhaenyra, for example.
Damn.
State your purpose, my lord.
I did wonder if she could be relied upon now that she is unwell.
Oh.
Unwell? I haven't heard anything.
Beg your pardon, Your Grace, I may be mistaken. It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
Bro, it's got secret knowledge.
Tea.
Oh,
He said he's an observer.
Yeah.
He's probably
Well,
got
the
eyes
Grand
and ears
Maester
all over the
himself
palace.
Watch this be the first master of whispers.
Rhaenyra sailed with the king to driftmark. Yesterday.
Driftmark.
Oh, what good news. What happiness it is to have been wrong.
Bro, he already knows too. What the fuck? God, I hate the snakiness of all the characters within within King's Landing. It's so annoying.
No one would expect the guy with the cane, though.
True. I didn't think he would be a character when we first saw him last.
Yeah, crooked leg equals crooked heart.
And so that's his son.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
Big conch shell.
See, that is sick.
I like this throne room.
Damn.
Your Grace.
His throne is like parts of like a boat from a ship.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Despite spending most of my days in this grandeur of the Red Keep, the halls of high tide never fail to impress.
Yeah.
You flatter me, Your Grace.
It's pretty. It's not huge, but it's pretty.
So I do wish
No,
you
it's a
to
good
leave under
design.
happier pretenses. Damon's wife, the Lady Rhea Royce, has passed.
So she's a
A hunting
voice.
mishap. Her neck and skull both crushed in a fall.
Jeez, dude.
A most surprising end. Lady Rhea's skill as both rider and hunter were well known.
They know. Look at the face. They're like, yep.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
shit went
Lady Rhea
down.
was a fine woman. Perhaps we can turn toward happier pursuits. Thank you.
What did you have in mind, Your Grace?
Dude, he's gonna die. I feel like he's gonna die this
There was a
episode.
marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter, and heir.
There are certain details I would wish clarified
Who's gonna
before
be
the Princess Rhaenys and I could accept this most generous proposal.
Oh no, he's
What?
about to.
In keeping with Westerosi
It
tradition,
should be his son.
Yeah.
their children would take their father's name.
Yeah.
No
See, I
way.
said that crap.
No.
I said it.
Velarion's.
No.
Surely, Lord Corlys, you are not proposing the Targaryen dynasty end with my daughter simply because she's a woman.
Get that smirk off her face. She's the one that doesn't like men on the throne.
She lost anyway.
Selena and Rhaenyra's children shall take their father's name. But I, in keeping with our traditions. However, at such time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne,
They take the name
he
Targaryen.
or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen.
Huh.
That's it.
Dragons will rule the Seven Kingdoms for the next 100 years, just as they did the last.
So Valerians, but they're just gonna dub it.
Valerian dash Targaryen.
Yeah. You make it the middle name.
Valerian Targaryen.
Yep.
That's basically what my name is.
Yeah.
This is an equitable compromise.
No, I'm saying my
No,
middle
no,
name.
I know what
Yeah,
you
my
meant, I
middle
know
name
what
was
you
my
meant.
mom's last name. So.
Well, that happens a lot of time with like Western ladies anyway. They,
Oh, yeah, they
switches. Yeah, switches.
They keep their maiden name and add
As a middle.
Yeah.
In truth,
Or they'll do like
perhaps it's
hyphen, like Targaryen hyphen
Galaxy.
Valerian.
Yeah.
I know this union is not.
I mean, he's handsome as hell, so.
I hold nothing against your cousin.
He's like, but I don't
Yeah.
want you.
I prefer roast duck to goose.
There are those who like goose very well.
What?
I find it a bit greasy for my taste.
He looks so
I know
not
that
thrilled
whatever
with that
agreement being struck up
conversation.
there will not change your
I don't
appetites.
care what you like.
And what do you propose?
That we perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm. And when it's done, each of us dines as we see fit.
Bruh. He's like,
Alright.
he's like, so I'm allowed to pull the baddies. I don't have to.
Bet
have you."
skis.
Well, his ship is ready.
Perhaps I overextended myself.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, you got the
Too close
dub.
to the edge. Do they seem familiar?
They grew up together.
Familiarity is not at issue.
I'm sure Leno's already taken with her. She's grown quite comely these last few years.
You know this
Okay.
village.
That is a wild
Wait,
sentence.
oh.
Still young. He will outgrow it. There's no pleasure in the world like
He doesn't like girls.
letting a woman.
He doesn't like
Redhead.
girls.
Placing ourselves
Redhead.
in a
So funny because when I saw that guy, all I was thinking was Loris Tyrell.
Oh god.
All I was thinking.
That was before there was a true war.
That makes sense.
You were robbed of the crown,
I never wore the crown. Because the realm would not have it so.
and I would remedy that small-minded error by any means necessary.
I myself have put the business behind me. Collins.
I appreciate that. I like them as a couple. They seem like they actually like each other.
I've always feared the day you'd have to marry
Not
a woman.
common for the Thrones world.
No.
Now it comes. Your betrothed gives you leave,
Good
of your own
call.
free will, to continue on
Yeah.
taking off.
Now the whole conversation about taste makes sense.
I've come to meet my fate and you make a joke of it.
Jeep.
You're a fool.
Play fights equals love. I guess Rhaenyra must have known about that because she brought it up.
Yeah.
And this is better than I could have hoped for.
I honestly thought the distaste was because Rhaenyra's already been with Daemon, and that's probably common knowledge to these people.
She has a paramour of her
Or
own.
anyone in high authority.
She has a Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kristen Cole. What's up?
Bro, what are we doing? There's people around. We cannot pull up on the princess like this.
These people have
Dude,
no discretion.
He is
Drives
gonna
me.
die. There's no way around
He's
it.
catching an arrow to the neck.
He's gonna get like beheaded by Viserys
Speak
himself.
for you as well this morning.
I needed to see you, princess.
Oh my.
Hey!
Because I had a similar desire.
If there were another path, one that led to freedom.
Bro, she is not picking you. This is not happening.
Run away with me. Let's go.
It's
I'm
not
asking for
happening.
leave.
I'm asking you to come with me.
He's gonna die.
There's no way. He's
Damn
fucking
it.
dead.
Damn it. He's gonna die super hard.
From the burdens and the dignities that
She
you
might be the
inherited,
queen,
let's
or
leave
soon to
them
be,
behind.
but she has no
See them
freedom.
Together.
Not like this.
We'll be nameless and free.
Oh,
But Targaryens are obsessed with
The
their
love we
name.
like, the lovers we like. You could marry me.
you're very sweet.
I
You're
hate
very-
this.
You're very sweet.
Not for the crown.
I like you a lot. You're not surviving this show.
Ah,
past this
dude.
episode.
Oh, I hate this so much.
You.
Unfortunately, you've overstepped your
Hard.
boundary for the show writing and you're going to die.
What's she gonna say?
No.
I am the crown. So, Kristen, it is my duty to marry a noble man from a great house, and Sir Laenor will make a fine husband.
Bro.
Not my own. A marriage does not have to be the end.
Bro, you were just.
You are the
You
side
are the
piece.
side piece!
You're the side piece, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, you are getting played. Don't get treated like this. You don't deserve this, sir.
You deserve the world, Big Chief.
Oh, I hate this.
But I dead ass love you, B. Damn.
Yes!
Exactly.
Rhaenyra is
Continue
wild.
as we began with you as my small protector, my white knight.
I took an oath
I broke the oath.
as a knight of your king's garden.
Oh, he's crying.
I've broken it. That sword, my white cloak, it is the only thing I have to my fucking name.
Ah, damn.
See what you're doing, Rhaenyra? God,
I
damn.
if we were married, I might be able to
I
restore
will
it.
conquer, united 7 kingdoms, and put them on a path.
Bro,
I don't give
want to
a
hear
fuck
that.
about your family. God.
I cannot believe she was like, yo, be
the side
You want to be my side piece?
But also, like, they gave each other leave for whatever, so he could be abandoned and she find another side piece. And then he'd be kicked to the curb and feel even more worthless. Feel like a little slut. That sucks, dude. That
Don't
sucks so
ever,
bad.
don't ever let anyone do that to you, man or woman.
Yeah.
Don't ever get
You're
treated
worth
like
more
that.
than a booty call, bro. He is still struggling. I feel so bad.
I'm literally afraid he's gonna keel over and die any minute.
Yeah.
She's gonna vomit on the ground. Oh,
yeah,
oh, no. I don't like it. I don't want him to die.
So, Kristen, you've been summoned.
What the fuck do you want?
No.
Oh my god.
She snitched.
Not the princess, sir.
The queen.
The queen.
Fuck.
Do you think he's gonna like self-report and snitch on himself unironically, or is he gonna snitch on her? And
Bro
be
just
like,
said self-report.
that's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be a self-report.
It is.
I hate
the paintings in this room.
Why are they all fucking every time? Bro, he's shaking in his boots. I can feel it. Cause I'm shaking.
He's sweating through the chainmail, bro.
But what if she was like,
I want you to fuck me. Fuck me like you fucked my best friend.
I would unalive myself.
In a video game.
In a video game.
In GTA.
In Game of
You
Thrones.
asked one protector,
Minecraft.
and there's been a rumour. Or rather, my father received an accounting of...
Don't report yourself, please.
Wait, no, he's gonna be pissed. Because he's gonna. He doesn't know about the demon portion.
He's gonna think about it as himself, right?
He's gonna snitch on himself.
This is what we were talking about last episode.
It is, of course, unthinkable for me to question the virtue of the princess. Who
Fuck, don't do it. Don't
She's
do
not
it.
even saying Damon's name. I hate this.
Just keep your mouth shut. Just keep your mouth shut until you're in the clear.
Reaches or rather lapses.
It happened, Your Grace.
Nope, bad. Wrong.
I can't.
Bad.
I can't. I need the show to stop. Can we end scene?
Sin you allude to.
Oh, I hate that we're so accurate about it.
I have committed it.
Oh!
You snitched on yourself, you dumb piece of shit.
At her instigation, it is true, but that should
Not matter.
it is no excuse.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Why?
they're gonna cut your dick off.
I have dishonored myself. I deserve no consideration.
R.I.P. to the homie. We're about to lose 2 homies in one episode.
But if,
I hate
as a clement queen, you are inclined to pity,
I'm so annoyed right now.
I would ask only this:
Oh my gosh.
that rather than gelding me
Oh, that's cutting
and
off
having me
notes.
tortured, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
What about the wall?
Jesus.
Send him to the wall. I'd rather die than... That's fair. I'd rather die than be tortured.
Oh my god. He's losing the love of his life at this point.
Thank you for your
I
honesty.
would also
Sir
just
Christian.
rather die than be tortured and gelded.
Bro, she's furious. 2 rumors are both true.
Well, she didn't even know about this one. No one knew about this one.
Yeah, the
Because-
unspoken rumor.
See the problem is, what I can see happening now is Alicent is going to use this as a leverage over Rhaenyra, or to get Rhaenyra to not be the heir, like get her son in place, because now she's really like.
Because her father ingrained in her
she
head
knows
that
Rhaenyra's-
Rhaenyra's gonna kill her.
Well, also Rhaenyra lied to her face.
Yeah.
She straight up lied to her
Yeah.
and swore on her mother's grave.
I will bring the leeches.
Oh, this show is so chaotic. I feel like every episode there's some horrific thing happening.
Will I be remembered as a good king, Lionel? What will they say of me when their histories are written?
You're
I
soft.
left the forge, not conquered. Some might call that good fortune.
The king that's not
Hardly
remembered.
makes a
The
good
king
son.
of half measures.
Is it not better to live in peace than to have song sung after you are dead?
Yeah.
Perhaps. I often think that in the crucible, I may have been forged a different man.
Yeah.
Many that are tested only wish to have been spared.
That's some real shit
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
I agree.
House Lannister, with their lord.
Jason Lannister?
Lord Paramount of the West, and Master
Oh, Lannisters! Look at that.
Dude, this is like a nice royal wedding.
Whoa, her hair looks crazy.
I like her fit. It's cool.
It's tough.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have made a fine match for the princess.
Thank you, Lord Jason. I could think of no better man than Selena.
Damn. Get shit on.
Well, this is why men wage war. Because a woman would never be ready for the battle in time.
Funny.
She went, that wasn't funny.
Misogyny.
Your presence is always such a pleasure, Lord Jason.
Dude, I love
I
her.
hate Lannisters, bro.
Yeah, fuck the Lannisters.
Fucking losers.
Whoa.
Get out the way.
Your Grace,
Sir Royce.
considering
Or Lord
congratulations
Royce.
are in order.
Her kind is not soon to be seen again.
Damn, she got.
If there is anything the Crown might do to aid House Royce or to...
What?
Who is pulling up?
Corliss.
Lord Corliss.
Hey,
House Valerian.
Lord of the
look at
Tide.
the white hair.
Master of the Driftmark.
Lord of the
His
Tides.
lady wife, Princess Rhaenys Targaryen.
Rhaenys.
Look
Their
at
son and
those fits,
heir,
man. Look at those
Selena
fits.
Valarian.
Selena.
Buddy's
The
dripped
future
out.
King Consort.
For a second, I felt like I had a clap. Felt like I was in the room.
Dude, Laenor's fit. They have to show that.
It's crazy, dude.
Look at his outfit, dude. He
That
looks,
gold, dude.
he looks so good.
But he had a chain on too.
Bro, I'm forgetting that this is the throne room.
Yeah.
It looks so
Yeah,
different.
the Iron Throne's right behind that stage and table.
My betrothed.
My betrothed.
Man, I love that they made a plan too that worked for each other.
Yeah.
That little fucking weasel. My plans are still working.
Bro, he is pissed. The boy toy. God damn it. Sorry.
He said, oh, gross.
Stop. What a giant thing of them. Oh, shit.
This fucking guy.
I'm back, guys.
Oh,
Did
he
you
knows.
miss me?
He knows. He knows.
Why isn't he just killed on
He
the spot,
knows.
bro?
Wasn't he just banished?
Yeah.
Yes.
Viserys, have some nuts, bro.
Whatever Graham McTavish's character's name should have just axed him right in the neck, dude.
Lord Commando.
Get the fuck out of here.
Matt Smith is too busy owning the show.
Yeah. That show is losing money every scene he's not in.
Yeah. And all the faces when he walks in.
Because they all know he's like the demon of this realm.
Was he invited? It seems like they had a chair for him the whole
Be
time.
welcome. As we join together in celebration, the Crown's oldest and fiercest ally.
Okay, I don't like that he's not
House
wearing his
Valarian.
helmet out of everybody. I feel like something bad's about to happen.
Reaching back to the
This
days
is giving me
old
Red
Valyrian,
Wedding
Weddings.
vibes.
No,
the Age of
stop.
Dragons.
Weddings in Game of Thrones.
With House Targaryen.
I'm waiting for the gold cloaks to run out.
Oh,
No.
what?
In House Valerian?
And what?
What? What? What is happening?
Stop!
Is he okay?
The Queen? Alicent?
What?
Oh no, she's not gonna spill the beans right here.
I can't. I can't do this.
Damn, that dress is crazy.
I wonder if she's gonna.
Become a problem right now?
Yeah, I feel like she's
She's
about
about to pull up with all the ammo, bro.
The receipts. She has.
She's about to let the clip go, bro.
She has every receipt out there.
The kid.
Amidst these speech.
She looks like a Sith Lord right now. Ladies.
That was her family. I
High
guess.
towers.
Where was Otto? Otto?
I don't think he was allowed to come or something. I don't know.
You
Beacon.
know what color it glows when Old Town calls its banners to war?
Green.
Green.
Holy fucking shit.
Did she just declare war on her husband, bro?
Dude,
Excuse me? Excuse me. What?
I'm so nervous.
She's an evil bitch. Everyone's about to die. Everyone's gonna die.
I feel so sick.
I'm nauseous.
I'm so afraid.
I don't like that she gave a nod to the high towers as well, and they're like all smirking, like, "Oh, fuck yeah!"
Like we know what we
Oh,
know.
it's time, I guess.
What's about to get cracked.
Yes.
Ugh, I
No, no.
can't.
House Targaryen
Ugh.
There you go.
and House
Back in
Valarian
rhythm.
united. I hope to herald in
Stop.
a second age of dragons in Westeros.
Brought it back. You brought it back. Good job.
Both their outfits are really great. I hate this. He's looking lustful.
Much different to combat.
I should hope for a different outcome.
getting really sick.
I like the white and the gold combos.
He knows.
Is he figuring things out?
He already knows. Bro, I'm afraid. Like, what if the two side pieces fight? Because they keep eyeing each other.
There's
up.
a pit in the bottom of my stomach right now. I'm so terrified.
It's been here the whole time.
As soon as I saw David walk in, I felt really sick.
And then Allison walked in and made it even worse.
She is a walking warband, bro.
Know that Old Town stands with you.
Bro, they're already planning civil war. There's no way.
What is Old Town gonna do against the Crown?
I mean, they're powerful.
It's a big city, I think. And a rich household.
Yeah. They control the Masons, essentially.
Shit. That's not good.
Which also is also the history books, too.
Men are made to answer for their crimes.
Oh, is he gonna kill her dad, too? Her uncle or whoever?
Even Targaryens.
Dog.
And who are you?
We are in
Sir
public.
General Royce of Roomstone. You know better than anyone. It was no accident.
Are you confessing some guilt, Sir Gerald?
I am making an accusation.
Oh, and even
King's Landing men are made to answer for their slanders. Even old bronze cunts like you.
Jesus, God, I can't.
The truth is, I'm glad you've come. I wish to speak to you about my inheritance.
Oh, damn, dude.
Ah, fuck
What
you.
inheritance?
He has another piece of land that says. What?
Hey!
The Valerians have been having some crazy ass smiles this entire wedding.
The lady was never very kind to me. I know who it is.
That's the Backround.
Fuck, he did figure it out.
Sir Kristen Cole.
Stop! No, everyone.
She knows your secret. And now you know it.
Fuck, there's too many games being played. I don't like it.
This is insane.
This can't end well, right? Although the longer this is going on, I feel better about it.
I do feel better.
Yeah, I don't feel as bad.
What? I don't? What do you mean you feel better?
It felt worse earlier. Now it just feels like everybody's kind of like putting their cards on the table.
They make a handsome match, don't they?
What?
What?
The princess.
Don't be messing with Kristen Cole.
Kristen Cole might kill this guy.
He's a simple man. Leave him alone. All he cares about is being a good knight. And sex.
And Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Joffrey.
Oh.
Kisses.
Selene was quite dear to me. As I know, the princess is to you.
Fuck. Stop.
And we should swear to each other to guard them and their secrets. Because if those are kept safe, and so are we all.
I don't trust anyone named Joffrey in this universe.
Yeah. Fuck.
He's in deep.
He's
deep with the wolves.
He's close to unhinged mode too, I feel like.
Is that a dwarf?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man's of course, my prince.
The Arwen was his name, yeah.
Sir. What?
What is he doing? He's probably because he only has a couple fingers left.
He's like, shit.
He's trying to knife through a crab. He's
only eating the poison bits of the crab and getting really sick.
What if they just like kiss right in front of everybody?
These two? Stop. No. They wouldn't do that.
Kristen would like lose his shit probably and like punch
If they
David.
kiss, this will be an amazing episode. Just for the chaos.
Looks like they're gearing up, bro. What?
Bro. Oh my god, no,
I don't. What? Someone screamed, hey. I knew it! I knew it! Bad things are happening.
Who's this? They're wearing red.
7 hells will burn on.
7 hells. What is happening?
Who is fighting you? So lost.
She's getting Battle of the Bastards right now.
Oh, it's Kristen Cole beating the hell out of somebody. Who?
Is he punching
No,
David?
he's probably beating up the kid.
Oh, he's beating up the prince! The soon-to-be king!
Oh!
Oh, and him!
He's got a knife?
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
What is happening?
Oh,
she just got tackled! I love Game of Thrones weddings.
Kristen Cole!
Kristen, you just sold so hard, bro.
Who is he?
Is he about to get stabbed?
Arwen's like the strongest dude here.
He's just being
Oh, damn. Okay.
No! What is happening to him?
He's gonna
Please!
pass out. It's too stressful.
Did they poison him?
Harwin.
Oh my god! Those UFC hammer fisting him, bro. What is that? He's dead. Helicopter?
What is happening right
Bro! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ew. No, that was disgusting. That was disgusting.
now? Oh my god. Bro, I can't.
Yuck, dude. That dude's fucking... Jesus, Kristen, man!
Oh, wild.
They're gonna tear you in half.
No, don't show it. Don't show it.
I don't want to see the face again. Oh, he's confused. No, bro.
Oh,
I'm
no,
so sorry,
I don't
bro.
look at that again.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Oh my god.
That was one of the grossest things I've ever seen in my life.
His head was mush. Are they married?
Just doing the ceremony now? Is he gonna kill himself at the god will?
Stop. Dude, don't say that.
What else is he gonna do? He's just gonna get tortured and killed anyway. God knows.
It's a fate.
How is he not captured?
Or is he just gonna wait there?
No, I think you're right, Caleb. I think.
Oh, that's seppuku time.
I mean, if it's not on his own sword, it's gonna be worse.
Here now, their vows.
So again, they're married now.
Ugh.
And you're mine.
Ugh.
Damn.
Now and forever.
Sir Kristen,
No.
Fuck off, Allison.
Are you gonna protect him? Like,
Dude, no.
I can't trust anyone. Oh.
Oh my god.
No, don't be dead.
Bro, all of this is happening too soon.
It's
The blood's still on the floor.
What is that? Oh, it's a rat.
Rats.
Oh, that's so gross.
Fuck.
That was like one of the craziest things we watched in a while.
Yeah. Easily. Okay.
That's like worse than the purple wedding.
Yeah.
Like by far.
Yeah, what do you mean? And like,
Just the scale of like, or just how quickly everything escalated, and also of course the body count was just
only one person died.
when
In both.
that guy, redhead's dead, Viserys or whatever might be.
Oh,
dead.
you're talking about, yeah, sorry. In totality. I thought you just meant like the event itself.
No, in totality. And then Sir Kristen may or may not still stab himself or just be killed. Jesus Lord.
Wow. Oh my god. I almost wanted to like stop watching as soon as we saw that dude's face. That was
Dry
horrific.
heaving.
The pit in my stomach turned into like a raging fire as soon as I saw that. I was like, oh my god,
I mean,
oh
his
my
skull,
god.
his head was like a deflated like whoopee cushion. His skull was like just absent.
A pit in the stomach's a great way to phrase.
As soon as the scene started was a pit in the stomach, and then it became a void.
You don't get that much in shows where it's like you feel a doom from watching something that's not real.
It was the soundtrack mixed with all the like backstabbing and planning as usual. Like, bro,
I need chapstick.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying, like, for any of the crossover viewers that watch Our Rings of Power, you know what we're saying when I say, like, the difference in scale between these two shows.
It's not even comparable.
It's really not.
It's not even comparable. This is like this is like S tier, and that currently is like C.
This show, as Shrek would say, is like an onion.
There's layers to it.
It has layers on layers on layers.
There used to be layers to that dude's face, but they got peeled away.
They were all
It got smashed away. Yeah. It got smashed away and hollowed out, so no layers are left.
It looked hollow. That's what freaked me out.
That's what I'm saying.
So disgusting.
Like, you ever seen a whoopee cushion that's like deflated, and it's like, you know what I mean? He didn't have, dude. Okay, there was no eyeball. There was just a socket.
No, it was gone.
It was a hole in a skull with flesh still attached.
It looked like in Gears of War after you shoot someone apart. It just looked like a meat chunk.
Dude, that was so bad. I did not think like. Okay.
This is.
He went above and beyond.
This is show standards I expect from what I want in life.
Yeah.
This is why we're spoiled at the same time. So when a show's not this tier, it's like, oh, this show sucks ass.
Yeah, exactly. When shows that are probably a B maybe just become a D in my mind just because I see A right in front of me or S tier. Okay. To not jump to the end, the obviously exciting part. So
I need to talk
the
through
Royce
something.
family.
Okay.
Okay. I remember the name Royce. Royce is that big guy with the big chest plate.
He's the leader. He's the leader of like the Knights of the Vale.
Yeah. Do you remember him from Game of Thrones? Like the guy that Littlefinger always like bashed with, white dude with like the white grayish hair.
He was bald at the top and had the like wrap around white hair.
I remember him.
That's the Royces.
Yeah.
I think he actually made it through the whole show.
He did.
I don't think he died.
He survived.
But so yeah. So I don't think that was like the Eyrie, but yeah, a place in the Vale, the Royce home.
Yeah, they were in the Vale, and I guess they were near what they called it, Runestone.
Runestone.
Yeah. Runestone. So that's the ancestral home of the Royce family, or land at least, and that is, that is what Damon and his wife that he never consummated the marriage with are supposed to live.
Does that mean the marriage doesn't count?
Back in the day, yeah. Well, actually, even currently too. I think if you
don't consummate, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like that's why in like Vikings you'd see not really spoiler, but you'd see like people surround the bedchamber because normally it'd be a custom.
They bring it up in this the bedding ceremony where they carry the wife
so weird,
and the husband.
And you actually see that in the Red Wedding because
they carry away
that one guy, the Red Wedding guy.
Catelyn's brother. Yes.
They all get taken off with girls and guys.
Edmund. That was his name, I think.
Edmund Tully?
Yeah, Edmund Tully.
And Ned never did that tradition, which is why people would have to waited to see Rob as a son to know that it was a legitimate marriage between him and Catelyn.
But yeah, so they never did the deed.
Horse fell.
She made a joke about him not being able to finish, which was kind of funny.
So then he took a big rock to her head, assumedly.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
It seemed like she almost got paralyzed.
It seemed like she was fully paralyzed because she fell off the horse directly on her back, and then the horse fell fully onto her front.
She had an Aedan from Rohan.
Yeah.
Yep, and then the Devil of All Earth crushed her.
The Devil of All Earth.
Willie Tiber.
Funny enough, I want Matt Smith to be a Willie Tiber if it ever becomes live action.
That would make sense.
Makes sense.
That'd be so good.
Fit.
Yeah. What would be the next scene?
Then we circled to
Driftmark.
The boat ride to Driftmark.
Seemingly Viserys is seasick, but
He just seems to be ill.
Yeah, ill in general. Throughout the episode, you see that he's actually just simply ill entirely.
Anything slightly will just increase his sickness.
Yeah. And at the same time, Queen Alicent was saying goodbye to Otto.
Yeah.
And he basically was forewarning her that if Rhaenyra, like, you took Rhaenyra's side and you were wrong, and now I'm gone, and when Rhaenyra becomes queen, your children are going to die, and you're going to die. Because the only way to cement her claim to the throne is by having no other heirs that aren't in line with like her succession, or no heirs that could contest her claim at the moment.
Yeah,
which so I don't think Rhaenyra would do that.
I don't know, because Targaryens are wild, dude.
They are wild, but she seems at the moment to be the most tame.
Here's where it can go bad. Here's where it can go bad.
It can go easily bad, but
Daemon is where it can go bad. Because if she caves into Daemon, then Daemon will be telling all the things that Otto's protecting us against. So that's the one thing that I will give Otto credit for, because he's a little... There are degrees. When you guys get angry at me saying Corlys is a weasel, there are degrees of what people are. A lot of people in this category are weasel. So Otto is a weasel because he gives up his daughter for the betterment of the realm. The compliment to him is he's doing it for the betterment of the realm. So it is a sacrifice that is ick, for sure. But I genuinely think it's on levels with Varys of weasel. Because Varys is a weasel also. He does icky things in Game of Thrones, but it's because he's willing to take on those burdens for the betterment of everybody else.
Yeah.
Just like Corlys, though I'd say Corlys's thing is a little bit more icky, because it's like giving a 12-year-old for the betterment.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to do it more so for like not his personal gain, but his house's.
Yeah, the gains of his family.
Otto's trying to do it for the realm, but he is also doing it for his own
betterment too.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I think Daemon is probably the worst because he's just like purely he's doing it for his own gain across the board, but also he's trying to like kill people along the way, like murder mad people. Like Corlys, in fairness, he hasn't really done much other than offer like a child to get married.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. Other than that, he's cool.
And also, he was super valid for his reasoning of trying to get rid of the crab feeder.
Yeah, I just need to preface that, because anytime we attack characters, for some reason everybody gets upset with Corlys, but they are as a group. That's why Daemon is at the top as the devil of all Earth, because his atrocities far surpass any of the standard ick of Thrones.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Tywin falls in that same category.
Tywin is really bad.
Just for preface, because I know a lot of people didn't follow our journey through Game of Thrones and don't know our feelings on characters we might say we love.
And then we actually got to Driftmark,
and that was sick.
I love Driftmark. That might be one of my favorite like throne rooms and also like area designs. It looked really cool.
Yeah. It's just like when they introduced the Dragonstone throne in season 7, and I was like, man, I remember a lot of people were on like polls like, I kind of like this more than the Iron Throne.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked Dragonstone a lot. Like, if I could hold any of the castles, I feel like that would be the one that I really like the most.
Dragonstone. It's intense. It is very cathedral gothic.
I also, the one thing I liked about Driftmark 2 was, okay, it's not the same because it seems like it's actually on the ocean where they built a road to it.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of, it's like a French castle, I believe. It's like Castle St. Michael or something like that. Okay. It's on the water, and when the water, like when the high tide comes in, the castle's completely surrounded by water, and then when it goes away, it like clears a field out to where you can walk to it. I want to find a picture because it reminds me of it.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Actually, I don't know where the Driftwood Castle is, or Driftmark Castle is. I'm not familiar with that on the map. I don't know. Is it supposed to be down by the stepstones, like down past Dorne?
I think it's supposed to be by
like the connective tissue where Dorne used to connect to Essos. Because Dorne used to connect to where Essos is, and there used to be an area before the Children of the Forest decimated it.
I think it's supposed to be like here.
Okay. For reference, we're looking at a map on the
table. Oh yeah, there's a map on the table.
There's a very cool
north is over
wrist
here.
map.
I think it's supposed to be by Dragonstone, like not close, but in that vicinity.
It's far enough where they all have to take boats to get to King's Landing.
Yeah.
And dragons.
Yeah, and then we saw.
Wait, hold on.
St. Michael's Cathedral.
No, I might have fucked up the name. See how it's like on the water.
Oh.
But like when the tides go down, it recedes and it turns into like a field.
That's a crazy.
Is that not the one?
No.
It might no. Well, it might be based on. I mean, there's more like little buildings. Like I don't know if they like edited out some stuff.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna get Will to send me this picture. But what's crazy about that is I'm pretty sure when fans of the show wanted to cast locations, that was one of the locations for one of the places. Maybe Dragonstone back in the day, but I feel like I've seen that in terms of Thrones World.
It was Mount St. Michael for any reference. But to me, out of any castle that I've seen in real life, like that's the one I think that's like the coolest.
Yeah.
Just because the whole water aspect, like as it changes throughout like time of year and like tide and everything. Yeah. But anyways, they got to Driftmark.
They did.
We were introduced to an older Sir Laenor. Well, we saw him already fighting the Crouch Rider, but we saw the older version of his sister.
Yeah.
I forget her name. I feel like it's like
she hasn't played a huge
role. Is it Lena? It's not Lena.
I think it's also an L.
Eleni or Lena? I don't know.
It's they went with the 2L
names
children name convention.
Names in these shows.
Yeah.
They don't.
And then there is the red-haired knight who we know nothing about at that moment.
Were they saying his name was Joffrey?
Yeah, his name's Joffrey something.
Because that stuck. That's stuck.
Yeah.
The Joffrey part stuck.
Yeah, of course, never mind. Things go wrong when Joffreys are around.
For sure.
Especially at Westeros weddings.
And then Viserys went up to the castle and all kinds of like half-made remarks, half insults, basically kind of teasing the fact that the Royce family is out of the equation and how convenient that they didn't consummate, and this is what happens when you don't follow through on our plans, which is fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't understand Corlys's wife's why they would be so pressed for their son to be I understand the power play of wanting the son to be taking the name for Valyrians, but coming from the lady who was saying people will never approve of a woman on the Iron Throne, Rhaenyra would be that if you let it happen. If you let her be that dominant figure.
I think that it's more so that their hope is that the realm would view it as he's not king consort, is that he is king.
The king.
Especially if they take the name. I mean, at that point, it's like, what does Rhaenyra offer at that point, other than just the blood to sit on the throne?
Yeah.
And the lineage, because they said the next generation of kids would be the Valyrians, and then after that it would be back to Targaryen.
Well, no, it was. What their proposal was just straight up, the Valyrian name is now the throne.
Oh, yeah.
That is now the castle. After the fact,
counterpoint
the counter was their children will be named Valyrian. Valyrians. Sorry. Their children's name will be Valyrians, but when they take the throne, they will be a Targaryen at that point. Yeah. Their name will be changed.
They will swap.
Which, I mean, that's a pretty, I feel like that's a fair way to keep up the tradition. Yeah. The only thing I'd be curious is after the first generation, does Corlys's family name die? You know what I mean? So if he has two kids, if he has kids and they become king, then that king gets married to another person, and assuming that they don't marry another Targaryen, their name will become blank Targaryen married to a new Alicent Hightower, but now she's Alicent Targaryen.
Yeah, and
so does that mean the kids become Targaryen, or do they stay with the Valyrian name? Or
I guess that's the problem. Is I think there's only one son and one daughter, which the son's giving up his name. The daughter will give it up, of course, to whatever husband she suits, and then all the children they have are going to be natural Targaryens. So the family name will die off. Those two, basically.
But that's what I'm saying. After that first generation, the Valyrian name would die, basically, because once that kid turns to a king, unless they have mad kids, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be all right, well now we're all Targaryens again. Your short-lived moment on the throne was very.
Looks like Corlys's brother's gonna be carrying on the name.
That too. I mean, the brother's
children.
Yeah, and he, like you said, he's the second son. So
second sons, and then we saw a little conversation very quickly with Joffrey and
before that Rhaenyra and Laenor.
walking.
Right.
They were talking about their tastes in food.
Geese
and how,
or duck or whatever.
Yeah, goose or duck. And how basically that they could each make an agreement that they'll do it to appease their families in the realm, but on the side, they both can keep eating what they like.
Yeah.
Which...
What does that mean, Will?
You know,
means... Initially, I didn't really put two and two together until the mom and dad said he'll grow out of it. Like, I was like, oh, maybe he has a side piece too. Because initially it was like he didn't really seem too interested. But clearly Rhaenyra was aware that he was gay.
Yeah.
So...
they said they grew up together too.
Yeah, they were familiar.
Yeah, they know each other pretty well. They had hung out together and they were like, they grew up together as kids.
Another reason why the dialogue is good in this is because of the nuance of the whole conversational pieces. Is not for the viewer, but even for the characters themselves, the levels of which they have to talk with one another so that they can get points across to one another that only technically they should understand in the moment, but they're on a beach, no one can hear them, and yet they're still talking riddles just because the level of games that can go on if you aren't careful with your words.
For sure.
If you decide, if you think you don't know Corlys's son's intent, and you just go up and be like, hey, I know you're gay, I like incest, and he goes, what? You like incest? And just decides to like, you know, you don't know. Like, the levels have to be played.
In fairness, she wasn't going for the incest play. She was going for the Sir Kristen Cole play.
Yeah.
Sure, but even still, you can appreciate the levels that the show goes for. Because it just makes the writing a little bit more clever and fun to try to dissect.
Well, it's just like, I mean, even like the conversation between the parents, too. Like, they weren't like just straight up like, yeah, dude.
Damon killed her.
He's gay. Like, it is. Well, that too. Damon killed her. Or, yeah, dude. He's like, our son's gay. It is what it is. Like, they make it a little more of like an interesting conversation at that point.
Yeah.
So then, the next scene we got is the boat ride home, and that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That is when
that was heartbreaking.
The poor boy, Sir Kristen Cole, poured out his heart to the princess, and said, "Hey, like, run away with me. Like, let's like say fuck this kingdom stuff, fuck the oaths. Let's like love each other and just travel and beat nameless people."
Yeah, they had the "what are we" conversation to another extent with the "run away with me," but also "what are we."
And
that sucks.
That's horrible.
That sucks to witness.
That was the worst possible way she could have like tore him down like that.
Also, hold on, before we even go any farther, I just want to combat how you said that Rhaenyra is the most normal. Bro, in one night, she fucked her uncle, then she lied, and then came back and seduced the man that's supposed to protect her, and then fucked him, and then managed to lie to her best friend / the queen / her stepmother to her face, swore on her mother's grave, and then convinced the king to get rid of the hand of the king. Like, in like one 24-hour period. Bro, she made like 6 moves with like no regrets, whatever.
Rhaenyra's crazy.
But to be fair, there's way worse Targaryens.
For sure. I'm not saying that, but like...
Once again, there's levels to the ick in this show.
There are levels.
If we're gonna put levels to the ick, she's at least like a high D ick level.
But here's the thing, though, is that she's like teetering on that, like, let me just do these like little things and move my way up.
Yeah.
The chaos ladder, if you will. She does little by little.
Everything about her puts her in the... Everything other than incest puts her in the general douche category of, like, having 2 men in one night, lying to your mother / best friend. Like, that puts her in the standard category of bad person. Doing the Daemon puts her up in the higher category, where I'd place incest, the hard P word, and treason, treachery.
Yeah.
Treason.
All the above.
And then if you do all those things, you get up to the demon level.
Yeah, I mean, like, but like even still, like, she wasn't treasonous, but she had like treachery, where she was just like straight up lying to the queen, getting the king to do her, like, yeah, like get this hand of the king asshole out of here.
Scumbag.
Like, I mean, I get it for her self-interest. She's not wrong, but it's just wild she did all that so quickly.
Yeah. And it's so frustrating too. Like I want to give some credit to the fact that she's young, and this is a result of her being so kept away from reality that she just thinks she can do whatever, and that people will all follow suit.
Yeah.
But when you come into contact with somebody like Sir Kristen, who is obviously like not a Ned per se, but like a honor-bound person, somebody that has honor and like moral standing and can fall short of that, like we saw last episode.
Yeah, like he's not as crazy honorable as Ned, but he has a code and he cares. Like he's not like
he has principles. Yeah.
And here's the thing too, like he's protected this girl, he's defended her, he's, like, and clearly, like, he was into her from, like, at the moment they met, but, like, he got her favor, or did he get her favor at the tourney in the first episode?
I think so.
But, like, but still, like, did that, flirted, got on board, he protected her from the boar,
And it's also, like, a power play at work. Like, as a servant of the queen, who wants to turn down the queen, or soon-to-be queen, when she wants sex? It's a power play. Like, he's powerless to the most powerful woman in the realm.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not going to call that the R word.
No. Because he definitely was.
He does. He was consenting in that, of course. But it's definitely, like, super manipulative and taking advantage of. Even if he wanted it, because in reality, if there was a chance that he didn't want it, like, there was no way to say no. How do you say no? Because what if... And she isn't like this, but in another situation, if it's
Cersei, and you deny Cersei, you might not be surviving the next
She might say that you tried to R her.
And you are dead. If it's Cersei, you're definitely dead if you turn her down, and she's willing to put her vulnerability in your court.
Yeah. Luckily, Rhaenyra is not that bad. It's just a shitty situation for Kristen Cole, because he clearly fell in love with the girl and put his heart on the line and was willing to throw away the best part of his life that he has gotten so far.
The only thing he has, which is his knighthood.
His status.
And here's the other really thing that kind of annoys me about that whole dynamic is Rhaenyra's born into power. She's born with all the titles you could want. He has to earn it. Yeah. That's what he's been striving for in life. And yeah, he fell short, and now he's in a tricky situation. But she's cool with it, and she's like, I have whatever I want. You're going to be my side piece, and this is exciting. This is fun. But you
gain nothing.
But he's somebody who's had to like work for it, and like if you take away when he realized that he's like soaked his own white cloak and made it like dirty, like that's all he had, and now he's gone, and now he's basically he knows that he's reduced to just a side piece.
Yeah.
And just was sad to see.
And you know what's funny is that a Kingsguard is really the only way to represent that for a dude in the show. Because, like, a woman, like, let's just say, like, a woman of high status was to do that with the king, and she's not married, like, that ruins her forever. Just like how Rhaenyra was almost ruined because she, like, who's going to want to marry her if she's not, like, if her virtue isn't protected at that point, or she doesn't have virtue.
Yeah.
For the king, it's like, who the fuck cares? No one cares if you have sex with a lot of girls. But the only way to really represent that for a dude is someone who is, like, honor-bound to not. Like a Kingsguard. The only other people that do that, I think, are, like, maesters, technically, and the Night's Watch. But you know what I mean? So it's like, that's the closest that in this world, it's not okay. I'm not condoning that there should be, like, this disparaging, like, differences between the two, like, women and men in the show. But that's, like, a great way to represent it for, like, Rhaenyra's situation. Then we got the Hand of the King's son, the guy who has the cane.
Right.
Met with Alicent in the Godswood and basically snitched that the Maester gave her a tea to, be better. Hopefully she's not sick.
I'm really hoping she's not sick. I like that his name is Larys because it's very close to Varys.
Yeah.
That seems like he's going to be like the Varys type.
The introduction to that title in the King's Court.
Yeah, and his brother is the big dude that was beating everyone else up, Harwin.
We'll get to that, but that was awesome.
That man is a truck.
That was awesome. But even with that, I like the difference in contrast to those two type of characters. Like, one does not have the physical to do anything, but has...
He's already playing the game,
which is sometimes more powerful.
I observe.
a very skinny man could cast a very wide shadow in this instance. But yeah, definitely kind of scared about him, for sure. And his dad is, their word is truth. They don't speak in anything but truth, even if it's an uncomfortable truth.
That is their family's way so far.
Yeah. And they've lived up to that so far. Then...
They got back to the kingdom, and Viserys keeled over.
Passed out as soon as he got back.
So the maesters took him and inspected his arm, and he's really messed up.
So that arm infection is fucking gross.
But we also got a really cool conversation between the Hand of the King. I really feel bad I don't know his name. Harwin and
Harwin?
No, Harwin is the strong son.
Harwin's the big guy.
We don't know half the characters
I
in this
know.
show already.
I just feel bad. It's just
at least he has a title Hand of the King.
Yeah, but the Hand of the King and him had a great conversation about what you will be remembered by. Is it worth it to have a rule of terror and chaos to have awesome songs sung about you when you're gone, or is it better to have a peaceful ruling and let there be nothing not necessarily nothing of noteworthy,
nothing super controversial or overly talked about in your rule.
But that's something I feel like people don't talk about often, because that's the literal point of what the conversation's about. Is the people you remember most in history are generally the ones that have done grand things, and it's very rare to know the people that just kept things in a balance.
Yeah.
Because what is there to write? They kept it in a balance. But the work that's needed to do that is hard, but doesn't get many accolades as much as a president or a dictator that does something
grand or
spectacle-wise that people are gotta write that down. Let's make news articles about this because it gets the attention.
Yeah. And there'll be stuff in Viserys' lifetime that are clearly noteworthy for the time, but just in the grand scheme, it's tell me about the kings and queens of Westeros. You're going to talk for an hour about Aegon, you're going to talk for an hour about Jaehaerys, and then the Mad King, and then then Robert, and then the Baratheon lineage, but they might not talk about Viserys as much.
They're going to say he was a good man, he tried his best.
He was the king of the Golden Age before it fell into darkness.
Yeah.
The last king of the Golden Age before it fell.
The king who tried.
And then...
that's a good one.
Alicent summoned Sir Criston Cole to her room.
And then he snitched on himself.
And he snitched on himself so hard.
Here's some good news about that. And the good news about the result of this show with Kristen not yet plunging that.
Well, we don't know yet.
We don't know, but it still didn't happen at the end of the episode.
Could happen.
So let's talk in the sense of he doesn't die. Alicent now knows all this news, and it's info on Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
That's something to play with. And Rhaenyra is now shaping up to have a lot of people have some stuff on her.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that she can use that as leverage against Rhaenyra and, and Aegon having the claim to the throne, her son. So that's one thing I am hopeful about for Sir Criston Cole, so that he doesn't off himself, but you never know what will happen in that situation. But I cannot believe that because she was awkwardly trying to dance around, because she didn't want to straight up just damn Rhaenyra and be she did this for sure. She was Daemon came home and that night I think something happened, and Daemon was I did it.
Chris was it was me. Yeah. Shit.
And I mean, the crazy thing too is that he is so over life because he can't have his girl that he was just put me down.
Yeah, don't please don't torture me.
Don't torture me. Just put me to death.
Yeah.
And it's bro.
I don't know what happens I don't know what the punishment for stealing virtue from the...
I would imagine...
He said gelding, which is the removal of your...
Castrating.
Manhood.
Yeah.
But they do it with hot tongs.
I feel that wouldn't even be the end.
They do it with
maybe
hot
in
tongs.
Viserys' reign.
Yeah, in Viserys'
Joffrey's reign.
In Joffrey's, he probably would never be not tortured. He would be chained somewhere and be tortured to the end of time.
Not allowed to die.
and
Is that where
I think
everything happens?
I think next is
beginning of welcoming to the wedding week.
Well, we should have known because it's a wedding. First off, we should have known.
The Game of
Going
Thrones
in.
wedding lore is extensive.
Technically, it wasn't the wedding.
The
It was just
opening
supposed to be the beginning
ceremonies.
of a ceremony of 7 days of wedding.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
It kind of turned into the wedding though.
Well,
to be
because of the
fair.
circumstances.
Yeah. Joffrey's was a ceremony. The Red Wedding was a post ceremony, and this was a pre ceremony.
Yeah.
The pregame.
Pre-game.
The pregame got lit up.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, this is where the layers kick in.
Yeah. So first we got introduced
Mashing onions.
to, the king and everybody walked in. They took their place, and then we got introduced to the Lannisters.
Yep. The Weasels.
And then the Hightowers, who all took their place except for Otto.
Treacherous.
Jason went up to whatever. He was just
To be smarmy and gross.
He was
like
just a
Lannister
fucking weirdo,
usually
like a
is.
Lannister usually is. Not as cunning and
He's
smart.
not as cunning at all.
No.
No, he's probably the dumbest Lannister by far.
So
And he's in charge of Casterly
I
Rock.
love that
He's
they
the master of the
I
West.
love that they casted that guy. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, but
Doofus.
they took. They had the conversation. She basically told him to fuck off without saying it. Like, yeah, you're cool, dude. Anyways, so I'm so glad that
It's
I'm
always
married.
such a pleasure to talk to you,
Yeah,
Jason.
yeah, Sir Lador.
Fucking
I couldn't have
loser.
picked a better man. That's what she said.
He's
for
like-
Sir Lador. Then we had. I feel like more people walked in.
Valerans walked in.
The
Royces.
Skeevers.
Oh yeah, the Royces and everybody else walked in. Then the Valerans walked in.
Yeah.
And they gave the hype of like, yep, this is the king consort, the betrothed to the princess, and everyone walked in, including
Damon.
Sir Joffrey,
Joffrey.
Sir Joffrey with the family.
Yeah.
They all took their seat. The queen is nowhere to be found, and then Damon walks in
By
right
himself.
before things
Swaggers
happen.
in alone.
Cameron's
By
about to die.
himself. Okay.
But yeah, Damon took his place. Everybody was awkward. The Royce family was pissed, staring at him. And then Viserys starts to make his speech, and that is when Alicent walks in.
Fucking Lord.
That was so awkward.
Yeah.
That made me so mad.
And the statement that Lord Larys made, that
Do you know what colors they?
do you know what colors that the light or the old town tower lights when
They
the
go to
high
war.
tower the high towers go to war, and it's green, and she's wearing green, and they're all wearing some form of green together.
That's wild.
That's so crazy.
I mean, that's like, to me,
That's treacherous.
Well, but it's also it's not as overt, but it's almost like Reigns of Castamere playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this turned into like the high towers like rolling in with their guard and like fucking just offing people, I mean, that would be like that level.
Yeah.
But they haven't gotten to that point yet.
Well, they don't have a cool theme song, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Viserys made his speech, and then we started the dance. Right?
That's where all the fun
all
starts.
the little games start being played.
I'd like to start with the Royces, because I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
what I do enjoy about the Royces is how they just don't...
They go straight to it.
They go straight to the point. They don't beat around the bush of what they want, and how he comes up and is accusative and like... I like Daemon's retorts too, where he's like, do you know that suggesting such an accusation in the court of law can like put you at throne? Also, do you know that I'm about to take all your land?
Oh, yeah.
So you sure you
Yeah.
want to be saying this to me?
I'm in charge of Runestone now, bud.
Well, and that's the funny thing too, is he was like, "Are you sure you want to be saying all this?" And he's like, "I'm making an accusation." Like, he was like, "I am
killed my
saying that
fucking
you
cousin,
killed my
dude."
cousin."
Yeah.
But so we got that. Also, I just want to show that there's now starting to build a divide amongst the people.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two for one side and then a couple for the other, but I'll explain. So then we had, Sir Kristen Cole is brooding in the corner because he's pissed every time he makes eye contact.
He's just
with
like, He's staring stone-faced and just, like, looking around.
Joffrey is observing that this is happening, and he tells Lenore, like, hey, I already figured out who her paramour is. Yeah. It's that dude right there.
Yeah.
And so basically he's telling Lenore, like, hey, like, now that you know, you have something to hold over her. So, like, you can use that in your, you know,
just in case
the
she
court.
ever tries to hold me over you.
So they both have, like, blackmail on each other at this point to, like, play the game fairly. There's that.
Meanwhile, I have to give credit. I absolutely love just the smirk every Valerian had in today's wedding.
Oh, yeah. They were hype.
They are all hype, but they all know that things are tense and they're just smiling. I love that. That is so funny.
Well, so here's the other thing. So the sister now has shown interest, Lynn or so?
In Daemon. Which is interesting.
Oh, God.
So here's the thing. If they can cement 2 Targaryen claims to the throne, like, because then you have Daemon, you have Rhaenyra, and then you have, and then the Valerian household, all united as one. And on the other side, we're starting to get descent from the Hightowers,
the
Royces, and then the Hand of the King's family. I don't know what they're called, but like Larys clearly is like up to Rhaenyra's bullshit.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have.
And they want Aegon.
And they want.
They
Aegon.
all want Aegon under that.
Yes.
So big civil war is brewing.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are starting to pick sides at this point, and Daemon is aligning himself with Rhaenyra. Like they end up having a really like weirdly intimate dance. To the point where it looks like he almost made out with her.
And Viserys is like, bro, no,
But you know, Rhaenyra asks him in Valerian, like, bro, Daemon says, like, do you really want this? Like, I'm sure he's a good dude, but he's gonna bore you. Like, he's still trying to win Rhaenyra over. And then she's like, if you really want me, cut through the entire Kingsguard right now and take me away. Like, take me to Dragon's Tomb,
yeah, and
make me your wife. So,
this is just, it's so. All this is so good. This reminds me, and if you're watching this and you haven't seen Game of Thrones, go away for a bit. But like, it reminds me so much of the Purple Wedding per se, where the everything was just so good leading up to the Joffrey moment. But the Joffrey moment wasn't my favorite part of why that episode's good. I love the banter between everybody and how they're feeling about things as the temperatures are rising. Whether it be Cersei now knowing Brienne likes Jaime. Loras beef with Jaime, and that Loras is going to have to be with Cersei. Cersei taking out her hate on Master Pycelle that everybody hates. Yeah. Sansa having to just play the role of whatever people bring at her. Tyrion's same wife. Thing.
Yeah.
Tywin and his high and mighty ass. When all these people with all their own designs come in contact, it just makes for the funnest freaking thing to watch. Yeah. And as you can tell, the pits were in our stomachs.
Yeah, I mean, from the moment that Alicent walked in the room, I was like, this is gonna go horrible.
Yeah, this is a bad omen. A declaration of war in the middle of a wedding is just not very cool.
But after all that, Joffrey went up to Sir Criston Cole, and basically, like, he self-reported himself. He snitched on his own and was like, hey, man, I'm the lover for, the king. You're the lover for the queen. Like,
we gotta stick together,
we gotta protect them together. You know what I mean?
But it also sounded almost like cutthroat too.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
like we're in this together.
Big shit.
We are, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he was. It was a warning too. Like, hey, I know.
Cole wasn't about that at all.
Yeah, and I don't know how, because in the middle of the almost makeout, that is when Cole and Joffrey got into it. So I don't know how it started. I'd be curious if Cole just went out and straight up assaulted him, like how that went.
Did he run him down?
I think it's gonna be one of those things that we learn like in the next episode.
Oh yeah, what actually happened from everybody's POV, maybe?
Because they insinuated there might be a kiss, but the crowd covered it. And then Viserys was left to try to figure out what it was.
So what in the seven hells is going on?
So, you know what's one thing that's cool about the book for this show? That, like, for the Fire and Blood book? I heard about this, I think I was reading, like, an article about the show. But so the book itself is, like, a historical take
account of it,
of the events. So it's not like Game of Thrones where everything was, like, a first person.
Yeah.
You had mentioned briefly, because it's, like, a third-person thing. But it's a first-person, like, hey, this is what happened. Like, that's why it's almost like with the Daemon and Rhaenyra thing, like, of them having sex. Like, there isn't, like, a clear
Yeah.
Like, we don't necessarily know exactly how it went down. They showed us what we want to, like, perceive, but it's like, did they actually have sex? Were they actually into it? You know what I mean? Like, there's some stuff that we don't get, like, fully into it. And I could be, like, wrong. I mean, I read for that first fact that it was a third-person, like, historical account, not, like, a fully, like, person-to-person narrative-driven story, if that makes sense.
And I was told that the show was going to be giving us a little bit deeper look into those relationships that was only seen from outside perspectives.
Yeah.
So we get to have a little bit more privy info into what the relationships looked like.
But still, it's like it gives us some room to, like, play. Like, in that situation, we don't know exactly how that situation played out. Even with, like, Rhaenyra and Daemon, to an extent we saw how it played out, but, like, we don't know exactly how it played out.
But, like, they very well could have kissed, and that could be some confirmation for eyes that witnessed amongst the chaos of an assault as well.
Yeah.
And that's when but that was fun. That was a fun reveal too, because you didn't know what was happening in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been anyone because the tensions were so high. It could have been Daemon killing, but Sir Kristen Cole had his fist and just started going
hammer fist.
That might be one of the grossest, like, things I've seen.
Oh, for sure, dude. Oh my god.
Like, that head was nasty.
Yeah, that was gross.
I don't know if I've seen anything as bad.
But it was joyous of a moment because Rhaenyra is getting thrown around. Corlys's daughter is in the muck trying to get out. She got assaulted too. She got hit too.
Yeah.
So did
by
Laenor.
somebody.
Laenor got, like, shoved.
Laenor got shoved.
Like a busted lip.
Cole.
Oh, he got punched.
Cole
and
got
also
knocked
thrown.
Kristen Cole knocked Laenor.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
He was trying to break it out.
Table.
Yeah, and he punched him too.
Yeah.
Alright. I didn't see that. I just saw him get, like, hit by somebody and then, like, flung next to the table.
The Hand of the King sent his son in, Harwin, and Harwin just started beating the brakes off of everybody.
That was...
started playing fucking Punch-Out.
Just picked up Rhaenyra on his shoulder.
We're getting out of here.
Random-ass MVP of the episode.
What a beast, dude. He pulled up, smirked, and just started fading everyone in sight.
That's the definition of he's been waiting all his life for this one moment.
I've prepared my entire life to fight everyone.
And then yeah, we saw the carnage after.
Yep.
The hollow skull.
Oh god.
And
Joffrey got fucked up.
And we fast forward to Rhaenyra and Lenore getting married.
And he just...
And Viserys passing out.
Again.
That denial of the kiss. Just like the...
Yeah, that
like,
was...
damn, this is so awkward. And then the staring between the two of them. Viserys passing out. That, oh my gosh.
And possibly Sir Kristen Cole almost offing himself. But Alicent stopped him.
Aren't we supposed to get a time jump in this show? When is that happening?
Next episode.
I would assume soon because I do... Because you've seen, like, the cover art, right?
Well, I've seen actors that look like older versions of our actors like a year ago.
We're getting... There's going to be a major time jump to where... I think the only actors that are supposed to change are Alicent and Rhaenyra.
Okay,
but, like,
that
everyone
makes
will be
sense.
the same.
That makes sense because for the trailers for the show, or for the profile, the art of this show, I thought there was more Targaryens, but I think it's just our Targaryen's older.
Yeah.
Because I was like, where's the other sister? Is there not another? I guess it's just Rhaenyra.
I assume that Corlys's kids will be older too because they got, like, legitimately, like, 10-year older actors than actresses for Alicent and Rhaenyra. Because it's the same thing too. I've never seen, like, in all the promo stuff that I saw, and I can't remember the trailer, but Rhaenyra now, I never saw anything about her. I saw the old one.
Yeah, that's why I think it's her because the show, the promo art for this show before any trailers came out was Daemon and a blonde woman on a beach.
Yeah,
that was like
I remember
that was like the pitch for the show. House of Dragons announced in filming. Matt Smith, a lady I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's all I knew.
I never saw any
and
of them.
She has not been in it. So
you know what's one thing I heard too? People were talking about that this story is going to get played out fully in this season. This is a theory. I don't know if this is, like, confirmed or anything, but that the House of the Dragon show is going to be like an anthology. I'm sorry, an anthology where they play, like, different Targaryen stories every season.
That'd be sick.
Because then we can get, like, Aegon's Conquest and, you know, the Blackfire Rebellion and other stuff. So, because
we could get some answers for
the
Three-Eyed Raven.
Yes,
finally.
And
that would be cool.
Yeah, I've also been told, and I don't know this myself, I don't know what it is, but apparently Game of Thrones has spoiled the ending for this show already in, like, conversation about Targaryen lore. I don't remember it exactly, I don't know, I don't want anyone to tell me, but they've apparently explained the end of this story twice.
Story.
Yeah.
I think that's fun, though. That there's some lore that was thrown in. It's like, oh, by the way, if you go back to this moment, they actually tell you. But it's better to see.
I remember one, and it's not really a spoiler. Well, it might be a spoiler. I'm not going to say it, but I remember one.
Yeah, I just thought... When I went into the show, I thought this was going to be the show about the Dance of Dragons. And I thought Rhaenyra sounded like a familiar name. But I don't know any... I know Visenya is a name that's mentioned, but I have not seen a Visenya in the show. So that's like, who is that? And I know there's supposed to be dragons attacking dragons, but that I thought we missed that stuff. And Aegon's Conquest, I thought Aegon's Conquest was the first Targaryen that laid conquest of Westeros.
It's Aegon, yeah. Yes.
But not this Aegon that they're about to...
No, Aegon, like, the first. This is Aegon, like, the 90th.
Whatever.
Yeah, Aegon 5000.
Are you saying that we'd be getting that too? Like in a...
People were speculating that this story will finish in this season, and then they're going to do other Targaryen stories for the following seasons.
leaving Valyria?
Well, whatever. There's a shit ton of Targaryen stories.
There is.
There's
that World of Ice and Fire book literally has a whole, like, it's like 1/3 of the book is just Targaryen.
But there's Aegon's Conquest, which is him leaving and then going over. There's the Blackfire Rebellion. There's probably other stuff I don't know, man. I just keep saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Blackfire.
Like, this is basically
1,000 ships.
Oh yeah. So like literally, this is just like the prologue, and then like, this is the Valyrian, like the Targaryen conquest. Before it gets into the other parts of the world.
This is the Dance of the Dragons, by the way.
Okay. What the fudge?
It's not, the name you're thinking is not the right name. I'm pretty sure. I know the other name.
What's the other name?
I don't
want to tell you.
Why not?
Okay, then I don't know.
But, do you want me to tell you?
I want you to tell me because I don't know.
I know Sam doesn't want me to. So
whisper it to me because I don't know.
But no, I'll hear it. No, shabba 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 dabba dabba da. Chanted
Did that
over
make
the
sense?
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like now, like, I'll tell you the scene that they said it. Shireen, you remember Shireen talked about the Dance of the Dragons?
Yes.
She doesn't explain how it ends. I just remember her talking about the situation because, like you said, dragons fighting dragons. This is what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, someone has told me that there is a scene where they actually like explain the ending of it, but I don't remember that part at all. So
I'm glad I brought up Valyria too, because during the episode, I just wanted to say they did a big, nice panorama of Valyria. And sorry, every time I say Valyria, I have a what is a cousin's wife?
Isn't that also a cousin?
Cousin.
Okay, well, my cousin through marriage is named Valyria. First of all, so it's a little confusing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but also when I saw Valyria, I love that it's like basically the analogy of we are basically gonna have our 2.0 Doom of Valyria with our Targaryens over here. Is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I don't know too much more about this show, so it's
best
like
episode in the
this
series.
is the best episode so far,
Better than
and
a whole lot of the Game of Thrones episodes.
we're ready for more.
Yeah, guys, if you made it to this point, make sure to let us know your thoughts on episode 5. What are you expecting if you're not a book reader? What are you expecting going into the second half of this series? Let us know your thoughts. We'll try to check them out as best we can, and we'll see you in the next week's episode. Punch it.
Punch it. Bow, bow, bow. Kristen Cole. Kristen Cole.